Counted all the gold in our new home. Now we can buy a ship to sail to our old one.
So I feel like
Take
someone is in a
back
situation where
all that
they
we've
they have a lot of happiness and
lost.
fulfillment, or they're projecting that outwardly. However, they are picking up intuitively that the situation is not quite what it seems. Whatever they're in, whoever or whatever they're connected to, I think they're picking up that there could be a sense of not really being in the energy of the Ten of Cups with them. So I feel like this could be, this Ten of Cups energy here is more of what's being reflected outwardly, but inwardly there's this sense of knowing that something is unrequited. So one party or both could actually not really want to be there. And the issue is giving the news to someone or to a group or organization that you don't want to be there, or that you are not happy. um, this could also be that one person is very happy, or one party in the situation is very happy and they feel that this is their Ten of Cups, and the other is not. And they are, and even though I'm picking up like this person is not telling that person, I don't feel like they're saying that, but there is this sense of knowing it and knowing that it's kind of a front here. At the root here is like a sense of resentment of not wanting to work together. I feel like there's an energy here where the person who is intuitively picking up that the other party does not actually want to be in the situation with them, um, they're being offered something else here with this Four of Cups here. They're being offered something else by spirit that's better. But I think they're looking at more so the fact that they weren't able to work with the person or the party that they were with, that they don't want to work with them. It's more of a rejection issue. I feel like it's the fact that this particular party did not accept me and is rejecting me. So therefore, I can't look at this wonderful opportunity that I do have coming in, because I'm more concerned about this. And there could be some anger here with this Queen of Wands in reverse, maybe a little bit of gossip as well. Um, there could be a sense of concern that that would be prevalent if, you know, if it was made, if people in the environment were aware of the fact that it's not really as happy or as wonderful a situation as it seems, okay? I felt like in the past, there was some action taken to maybe for someone, maybe to like get a new home. Yeah, just taking action to kind of solidify this Ten of Cups energy with someone who may not actually be where they want to be at. And so here with this Nine of Cups here in the future, I feel as if there's a sense of desiring something, wanting something else. I feel like the person who's in the Ten of Cups, like they want to be in the energy of the Ten of Cups, and that's what they want to keep. But I feel like the other party that is not really quite there, they're one cup away from that. So they're kind of like they want something else that's going to give them their Ten of Cups, and they're willing to go back a step to get what they want. And I feel like it's a secret, like it's not really understood what that is. And that could be what's causing this Nine of Swords energy here in the reverse for this other person who's recognizing that there's some unrequited here. There's a sense of trying to hold on here with the Four of Pentacles, holding on again to resources, energy, time. It's not just with the Pentacles, it's not just money again, it's the time that you put into something, the effort in the material realm that you've put in. That a lot of this, transformational energy came in and kind of swept out and kind of tore down these past few years. But I feel like in this situation, you might still be holding on to that. And with the Phoenix opportunity that you have. It's a chance to see things as they are and allow those things to kind of be taken away if they're not in alignment or they're not honoring who you are or the truth of who you are, so that you can rise from the ashes and come into this new cycle with your best foot forward so that you can fully take advantage of it, so that you come in with an advantage, better prepared to meet the demands of this new reality that everybody's moving into, as opposed to going in with baggage and things that weren't a good fit for you then, and that may not be a good fit for you moving forward. Again, when it comes to resources, finances, and family here, like with the 10 of Pentacles here, I feel like in this energy here, we got the 10 of Pentacles, and this card here is my being in alignment. This is a person who wants to have that. They want to have their family legacy intact. They want to be true to family. They want to be true to that. However, there's just this sense of like not having peace. And that's a big word here with these readings too, is like not having a sense of peace in the situations. And it's like, I feel like it's just gnawing at the situation, like this undercurrent of not being at peace. Having the 10 of Pentacles, but there being like this sense of almost like if you take a ink blot and you like put it in some water and it kind of just, it's a drop at first, but then it spreads and it kind of murkies that water. That's what I'm picking up here. So I feel like the hope here is to try to avoid an ending with this Death card in reverse here. This is the card of transformation and change. Absolute transformation and change that comes in and that just doesn't care what the situation is. It just causes absolute endings. It's not personal. It comes in and it just creates endings. But from that, if you look in the back here, like a new dawn comes up, it comes forth. In this situation, I feel like there's a sense of blocking that from happening. And so it's creating an increasingly toxic situation here. So I feel like here's the cup that we were looking at with the 4 cups that's coming from Spirit, God, Source, Gaia, whatever that is for you, and bringing true emotional fulfillment. Like, the cup is running over. Like you have so much, and it's like you're being touched by Spirit, and you have so much emotional fulfillment that it's running over, and then you can give to others. I feel in this situation, there's a sense of not feeling as if you can give to others because it's a sense of having an empty cup. And then with having an empty cup, needing to get many more cups to fulfill this or hold on to cups that are already empty. All right. And not accepting a full cup from Spirit that has the true emotional fulfillment. I feel like it's better to have one cup that's full of cool, refreshing water that you can drink, that you can enjoy, that can give you sustenance, than to have 10 empty cups, or to leave 10 empty cups to get 9 empty cups just so you can have the opportunity to go get one more cup that you want, or one more cup that you feel like is going to be that thing. But I'm picking up that if it's not this cup here that comes from Spirit, it's not going to satisfy. It's not going to bring any kind of quenching of thirst that's going on. And it's going to continue to keep you in a cycle of not letting go of things that need to be let go of so that you can move into a space of peace here. All right. With this 4 of Wands in reverse, again, I feel like this could be a marriage or family situation here that someone is looking at and recognizing that they might not have gone into it. At the time, I feel like it might have been in alignment, but somewhere along the line, the values changed. All right. Ooh, we have the peacock feather here. Inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. So I feel like this is coming to the realization that you know what's best for you and you know what's right for you and what's in alignment for you, and allowing yourself to allow the natural cycles of things to kind of play out. And I feel like the cycle of an ending has already come for this situation, and it was not allowed to kind of take its course and do that hard work of just having to go through the very difficult task of letting go of things that we put a lot of effort and time into. Um, but knowing intuitively that it needs to happen and that there's something not right about the situation, even though it's still intact, it didn't completely get taken, but there's something not right about it internally. All right, here we have exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. All right, so I feel like this is saying that there could be a sense of like not taking care of one's health, or feeling as if you might just not be, exercising or being active, and that can kind of lead into like depression energy. So there could be a sense of needing to um, maybe exercise or become more physical, like move around, and that might allow you somehow to break up stagnant energies that are keeping you stuck in a space of not being able to move forward. So I feel like what's being reflected in the body, what's happening in the body is being reflected externally in the form of being stuck and stagnant and not taking action to take care of your emotional, physical, spiritual well-being as well. All right, so with the Sacred Traveler card here, we have traveling lightly, simplify your life. So, again, this is saying letting go of things that are too heavy to carry, that no longer have the same, it's not relevance, not relevance, not meaning, it's not holding on to things that are no longer appropriate for where you are going and what you need. And I noticed like this person, of all the things out of this basket, they just took a guitar. So I feel like it's taking the things that bring you joy, that allow you to connect with your creative spirit. It doesn't mean, dropping everything that you have to go be an artist or be a musician or whatever. But it's saying only taking the things with you that allow you to connect with your highest creative source so that you could be a conduit in your life. So use your life as the creative outlet and vessel. And you're using your actual life to create the thing that you want, which is the life that you want, the kind of relationships that you want, the kind of experiences that you want in truth. Instead of putting all your energy into sustaining things that are not truth and that are draining a lot of your energy and that are taking away your peace and your joy and your sense of like enthusiasm for living here. Alrighty. That's another thing with that, the energy and exercise. I feel like you might be feeling drained and like you have low energy. And with this card here, it says, I feel alone. So there could be a sense of just not wanting to be alone or a fear of being alone, and that you may not be able to find this kind of energy, to either have in real life or to pretend with someone that you have. Because with this, I'm picking up a lot of energy of this is what's being projected out, even though that's not what it is. And there's just this sense of wanting to have people around. And that's, again, like we were saying, this kind of goes back to that rejection energy too. It's not so much about the person, it's more about the rejection. And so there could have been issues like abandonment issues if you suffer that in childhood or whatnot. And it put you into situations where you will hold on to things that need to be let go of, that are not actually giving you the love and the affirmation of value and worth and worthiness that you actually deserve. Because I feel like even with holding on to this, with the way these cards are looking here, it's like you're there, but if the person is not actually affirming that they value who you are, or that they want to be there with you, or that you're worth spending the time with, then it's difficult to be in a relationship where you still feel alone. Um, and I feel like we've all had situations like that. Like, you can be in a relationship and still feel totally alone. You could be surrounded by people and family and so on and still feel totally alone. And so, if this resonates with you, I would just say, sending you love through the screen, and to know that you are worthy of people actually reflecting back, not just to have people around you to be there with you and to spend time with you and to be around you, but to actually give you the emotional energy of love and care and appreciation. Um, and yes, it's important for us to have that for ourselves, and and of course, if we have that and we project that out, we'll be more likely to only accept that from others. But realistically, many of us don't have that, and we didn't have that. So we do attract situations where it's not being given back to us, and we're just in situations where we have people with us, but not really valuing us. And it's hard to jump from that space to just being alone and then having to do that work. And if you can, I would say there are groups. I mean, everything's virtual. A lot of things are virtual, but there's a group, I cannot remember the name of it. But they're basically like support groups for people who felt like they were needing to connect with others who may not have been very supportive of them. Codependence Anonymous, CODA. And people use that word a lot, like codependent. It's almost like a bad word, or it's like an insult, but it's just saying that your sense of worth and your sense of feeling peaceful, or grounding yourself, or your ability to um, feel okay with yourself is very heavily embedded upon the people that are around you, like who's around you, even if they're not really there for you. It's just like almost like an addiction to having other individuals validate you. And usually that happens when you don't get that validation. You put it on such a high pedestal as like this trophy to be attained, this thing that you absolutely have to get, which leads to this Four of Cups energy. And it can put us into a bad situation of like not really allowing ourselves to let go of things in a balanced way and say, oh, well, this person doesn't reciprocate the affection that I might actually be giving towards them. I need to let this go. And for my own highest good and well-being, let them move forward into something that's going to be more in alignment with them.